Alright, what's up guys? So, Code Blue Cam has uploaded a video titled, What Happens When a Fake Cop Pulls Over a Real Police Sergeant? Yeah, that's, you know what, there's actually, because they are talking about that guy for a moment, Court Cam, and there's this guy where he's just, it's like, it's like Jeremy DeWitt, I think. Yeah, it's this guy that just goes around pretending to be a fake cop. You know what, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if, like, let's say a new season of Court Camp would start up. I don't know if it already has or not, but anyways, yeah, they were to talk on that guy again. But I'm like, fam, that's just something that I know not to do, and I've known that for some time now. I've known that, I think, because I'm trying to think, the first time I feel like I remember hearing about, like, it being against the law to portray as a cop, I was a kid, you know? I feel like that, I'm trying to think, was it high school? It might have been high school. It might have been high school, and then just seeing when people do, like, those YouTube pranks. It might have been then. It might have been before then. I don't really remember. It was some time ago. But, yeah, that's just something that I know. I'm like, you can't pretend to be a cop. You know, it's like, as much as you want to be a cop, yeah, you got to go through, like, training and all that stuff. So, yeah, you got your fakes out there. I just seen the video not too long ago. The, guy, he was asleep, and some cops came knocking on his door in the middle of the night, and it's like, okay, you're not, so that's what it was that they wanted him to come to the front door and talk with him. He was talking to them through his, doorbell camera, and they was all like, no, you got to come out here and talk to us. We're not going to talk to you through a doorbell camera. And I'm like, fam, it's in the middle of the night. Like, I don't know if you guys is really police officers or not. It's like, bro, just overall, like, let me know what's going on. So at least then I'm like, maybe I might consider it. But yeah, it's like, until then, I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't opening up nothing. But anyways, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Code Blue Cam for more videos like this. And with that being said,
in September 2023, an on-duty sergeant from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department was traveling through a construction zone in his unmarked squad car when he spotted a Ford Explorer that closely resembled Indiana State Police vehicles. The driver, 23-year-old Jonathan Becker, wore a neon green uniform shirt with patches, similar to Indiana law.
I'm like, fam, you too old to be carrying on like that. Come on now, teenager or a kid. But I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like a kid. It's like, of course, you just like, my thing is this, if I'm an undercover cop, right? And a kid come up to me talking about you under arrest, I'll go with it. If I, especially, yeah, it's like an elementary age kid or something. I'm like, dang, bro, what I do,
Enforcement attire. Jonathan soon pulled in behind the sergeant and activated his white and amber emergency lights, signaling what appeared to be a traffic stop. In response, the sergeant pulled over, but Jonathan continued driving, turned off the lights, and was later seen in another construction area with workers dressed in similar attire.
Wow.
The sergeant asked Jonathan if he was a police officer, but Jonathan denied it and accused the sergeant of speeding in the construction zone. While they argued, the sergeant called for assistance from uniformed officers.
Yeah, because they don't know whether that guy can have a gun or not. I seen where I think it was the one guy pretending to be a cop, he did have a gun.
As they spoke, the sergeant noticed John's tactical belt had a radio mic, a key ring with an Indiana State Police logo, and a black whistle, items commonly used by police officers.
Are you a police officer in the state of Indiana? I already answered this question.
Shoot.
Again, I already told you. Okay. So you have no answer. Please don't stop playing games. There's no games here. Okay, then I already answered that question. 5 or 6 questions. Well, the reason I asked you before is because I wanted to make sure if you are a police officer. I already told you my answer. Okay. Stop asking me. You told me you're not a police officer. I already answered that question. You understand why I stopped to talk to you, correct? Yeah, because you flew past me going 80 miles an hour in a close to 55. Okay. For no reason. How do I know you're not on your way to the call? Because your lights are on. What lights? You're not in a police car, a marked police car. Okay. And then you put your badge on to talk to me. Correct. And your gun. I didn't put my gun on. I have my gun with me because I'm a police officer. All right. Well, I didn't see your badge on. When I went by you in the car, you mean? Yep. You put it on to come talk to me? Correct. Yeah. Because I wanted to make sure that you knew that before I just come up and start talking.
It's like he's saying that as if, like, my thing is this. If there's a similar looking car, and I imagine it ain't no different, I guess, like with me getting into, like, sneakers and things, where it's like, I think I will be able to tell, like, a really bad fake, compared to, and then yeah, overall putting in this situation, it's like, yeah, I think that guy could see that you wasn't a real cop and things. Like, you dress like maybe you could be like a, I don't know, like a bus security guard or something, but as far as like being a cop, it's one of those things where it's like, why even do that? Like, if you're like a private security team or something, then okay, cool, you know, but fam, I think there's like a line that you don't cross, and that's like, don't portray yourselves as a cop. Like, it's like, that's all you gotta do, bruh.
Yeah, what was going on?
All right.
Okay.
All right, go run. Let's get this over with.
Okay.
He has an attitude. That's the crazy
why I'm here to
thing.
talk to you?
Nope.
You don't understand?
Nope.
Okay. Do you have responsibilities enforcing traffic law on those?
I'm a flagger.
Okay. Do you have responsibilities to enforce?
Dress like a cop, or some, like, I don't know, some Paul Blart Mall cop or something. But anyways, my thing is this: I got family in construction, and I'm like, hey, honestly, if it wasn't for content creating, I probably would have been in construction myself. Flaggers don't dress like that. They dress like other construction workers. That's one thing about construction workers in any form of construction that they're doing. Maybe they've changed it up, but from what I know, usually construction workers all dress the same. They don't dress like a cop. I think they'll have cops there to navigate traffic, but as far as like the construction workers, yeah, they're all doing the job. So the flagger dresses like the pavement guy. The pavement guy dresses as the guy he got the jack thing. I don't know. I know people gonna be like, bro, how you gonna have family in construction but don't know nothing about construction? I'm like, that's why I did content creating. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather play Construction Simulator, all right. But anyways,
law on the interstate.
Whenever we're in a construction zone, I do whatever they tell me to do.
Okay. Has anybody tasked you with the responsibility to flash your lights at motorists on the road and tell them to slow down while you're driving?
What do we do?
Okay. What you're doing right now is stationary on the side of the road, trying to ensure the safety of people in a construction zone, right?
Yep.
Okay. You understand the difference between motoring public on 465, which is a busy interstate in Indianapolis.
I don't know what your point is here.
Okay. My point is, let's step back and look. Okay. Would you agree that some people might think
this
is
guy
a
is
police
arrogant.
car or some kind of emergency vehicle?
It's a traffic control car. Just
Okay.
like his car.
Okay.
Just like his car.
Which is
just
why
like
I-
his car.
Okay.
We all use
Which is
different
why I
types of
asked you
vehicles.
why you are essentially trying to enforce traffic law on the interstate.
Who said I was trying to do that?
Did you not activate your lights, what you said, to slow me down?
I did not.
You
it's
did
like
that?
the best way to possibly handle this, because my thing is this. Yeah, I think if I see a car like flying through an intersection, I probably would do the same thing too. Just, you know, like, hey, bruh, like, slow down. There ain't no reason to be driving fast. You can mess around and kill somebody driving like that. But then if I see that it's a cop, then I'm like, oh, my bad. Like, no, I just thought you were just some crazy guy driving fast or something. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know, you know. But yeah, that's like, but that's just something about it. It's like, to avoid getting arrested, I'm not gonna have this arrogant attitude towards the cops. Like, that's just something where I'm like, in any situation, don't be acting arrogant towards the cops. I guess to eliminate yourself from getting into any trouble, just remain calm, cool, and collected.
Activate your lights?
Nope, and there's a witness.
Okay.
Wherever he went.
You didn't activate these lights right in the front of your car?
Nope. My strobe lights, I did not.
Okay, what lights did you activate?
I didn't activate any lights.
Okay, so there's
Do you have any proof that I did?
two different stories you've given me. You said before it wasn't your strobes, it's your high
Okay.
beams.
Well, you said strobes. You
Okay.
told the warrant officer I thought it was right there.
Okay, these lights that are right in the front that are
Did I flash my
strobing.
strobes? So
Lights-
now you have two different stories, okay? So now you
Do you
said
understand the
you
action
said
of these
headlights.
lights?
So
He
you
think
said
he's
headlights
really a
and then
cop.
strobes. So which one?
I'm
which
asking
one did you see?
I'm asking you what you
Okay.
activated, and you said you didn't activate
All right,
anything,
I'm
which is
done
not
talking.
accurate. Okay.
I'll talk to somebody else.
Have you ever been arrested?
I'll talk to somebody else. I'm done talking to you.
Hey, is your laptop? Or do you have, well, you don't have one in there.
Yeah, I got one.
You got a laptop?
I'm the mark behind him.
John explained that he owns Indiana Traffic Operations, a company specializing in traffic control at construction sites to ensure the safety of construction crews.
I have plenty of guys that work with me. Cops, IPD guys. So
Okay, are you on offer place for the rest?
Doing traffic. That's all I do. It's not like I'm not doing
And
anything.
so, you know, for
And he saw the whole thing.
642,
I don't know what he's trying to gain out of it.
Do you have your ID on you?
So yeah, that's something that you can't. That's something that I know. Like, even if, because I feel like people will be thinking like, oh, that would be a good idea, be on traffic. And they'd have like some strobe lights where it'd be like red and blue, and it'll cause the cars to like go. You can't do that either. Anything that's impersonating the act of a police officer, you cannot do that. So you can't wear no like, I guess like maybe for Halloween or a comedy skit, stuff like that. Yeah, you can wear a police uniform. If a cop, like, now that's something that I have always thought to myself, because I'm like, yeah, I would like to do a police skit one day. But overall though, like, yeah, if a cop approaches me and they're all like, are you impersonating a cop? I would let them know. I'm like, no, I'm doing a YouTube video. So like, for the video's sake, yes, but like actually going up on people and no, that I'm not doing. I'm like, no, if something goes down, somebody looks at me talking about police officer help, I'm taking my plastic badge, breaking it in half, and I'm like, there goes your help. I'm not no real cop, all right? So yeah, but overall, like, yeah, flashing lights, uniforms, you doing traffic, like, overall though, yeah, there's a lot of different videos where it showcases when people be pretending to be a cop. And like I said, there's that one Jeremy guy on Court Cam where he had like 2 different segments on that show. Not Court Cam. Wait, was it Court Cam? It might have been Court Cam. It's a show on A&E. I think it was Court Cam. But they did show like body cam videos where it was like of him carrying on the way that he was and stuff. But yeah, that's just something that any act of a police officer, you can't impersonate that. Any act whatsoever. So you can't issue out tickets. You can't do nothing. Can't pull over people. None of that stuff.
You need it? Well, he's saying you're a witness to this whole thing, so I strike out.
This dude, he drives by in his Jeep. We're going what? 60? And it's a 55 on Caitlin.
It was also discovered John was on probation for unlawful display of emergency lights on a vehicle.
Mr. Becker, is your driver's license? Are you on probation?
Yes.
You're on probation?
You already know the answer to that
Hancock
question.
County?
You already know the answer.
What are you on probation for?
You already know the answer to that question.
He is mad arrogant.
Okay. What do you think he's on probation?
Like, he's trying to get arrested at
I've
this
never
point.
seen somebody on probation for it, but he's on probation for improper use of emergency lights.
It's not improper use. You need to reread it.
But you're on
I'm not here to
probation
write you
for
a
it though.
ticket.
Okay, I know
What
that.
do you think the odds are that of all
hold
people?
On. Reverse. You said improper use. What did it say? Now you're implying to him that I use red and blue light.
I didn't imply anything.
You just told him.
What difference
So now
does it
everybody
make?
thinks
It don't matter if
everyone-
it's yellow, green, black, and well, black lights on it. That actually would be kind of sick though, like strobing black lights. Yeah, okay, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I didn't put myself in a situation where this cop, or this sergeant, yeah, he's gonna be coming after me now. But anyways, but yeah, it's like, it don't matter what color the lights are. It's like, still, you're using them in a way where it's like, yeah, most people are gonna be thinking like you are some sort of like, you know, like you work for the law enforcement. You're a cop or something.
Did you flash your lights when you were behind him?
No, I didn't.
Of emergency lights
I didn't.
on a vehicle.
So why is all this
He
happening?
flew past me
Well, you're not the
like
police. So guess what? If somebody flies past you, call the police.
What do you think the odds are that of all the people that I stopped to talk to for flashing their lights on the interstate,
He didn't flash him, but
whatever you want to call it,
he
bud,
flew by me
okay?
at 80
You're on-
miles
you're
an
on
hour, which
probation
would make
for unlawful display of
a
emergency
reason
lights
for us
on
to
a
believe that he
vehicle.
did
So,
something about it.
Yes, you probably know a lot about the statute. But
I
you
do.
probably, if you're on probation for that, shouldn't be on the interstate trying to slow traffic down. And this is your lucky day that the car that you try to do that to happens to be an unmarked police officer who happens to be working. Okay? So don't
He ain't
give me a
hearing none
hard
of that.
time when you're on probation for something
Don't touch
related.
my car.
Okay?
Like, don't touch my car. The way bro, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have like actually licked my hand, but I did one of them like fake licks and slapped my hand right on his car. And I'm like, please do something about it. Please do something about it. I guarantee and I promise you, you're gonna be in the figure 4 lay lock. Okay, I can't say that as a cop. I'm sorry. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't make no good cop because I'm out here trying to do wrestling moves on people, and I'm like, my thing is this. I'm like, back up. They're not here for you. They're here for me. So they're gonna help me. You're gonna get a good old fashioned WWE jumping out here.
Stop touching my fucking shit.
You're lucky I don't tow it, which is within my purview.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I've got your ID.
Nice Corvette.
You have this gentleman's information. I'm going to make a police report.
Okay. Thank you
How
for
that
the
how that handles anything for your business based on what your current status is, I do not know. What is your probation officer's name?
I have to look at it.
You don't know who your probation officer is?
I think he's a real chill guy. I have to check in with him
Okay.
maybe once a month, so I don't even.
No problem. My suggestion to you is, this is probably a bad idea. Your intentions may have been good, but bad things happen when people start down that road. And I'm not talking about you having to flash them at a police officer. I'm talking about people get pissed off. I legitimately was doing something that you have no idea what I'm doing. That's what we do for a living. It was just your bad luck that happened to be what I do for a living. Okay?
What, drive 80 miles an hour in a 55 and then weave in and out of traffic?
I'm not going to take advice from
I'm
somebody
just-
on
I'm
probation
just
for
asking
this,
you,
okay?
'cause
I'm
you're-
not here to diminish what you do.
If you're in like an unmarked Porsche or something like that, all right, cool. But you said you're in COVID investigation.
Not COVID, covert. Yes.
Okay.
What we do, I'll tell you what I do for a living.
I heard COVID, so I was just
No,
like,
I don't go after COVID violators.
He's tried to cut him so many breaks. I was mad when I heard about this. I wasn't even here.
We go after people. We do gun crime investigations. I need people to not know that I'm the police. That's what we do.
Probably he's trying to cut him a break, because I feel like it most likely would be a lot of paperwork if somebody's trying to, you know, overall impersonating the cop, and they just overall how like uncooperative he is. Yeah, it seemed like it would be a lot of like unnecessary amount of work versus him just, you know, cutting this guy a break, maybe issuing him out a ticket, and then going on about his business. Because my thing is this cop, he's a lot nicer than me. I'm like, nah, fam. I'm like, you out here, you have this attitude towards me as if I've done something to you. And I'm like, yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, nah, bro, you going downtown. You gonna go to an actual jail, arrested by actual police officers, not your basement next to your Xbox.
So, no, I don't normally waste any of my time, but you piqued my curiosity, flashing your lights at me. I understand now you say you didn't flash any lights or whatever, and it must have just been my random luck that I came up here to talk to you and you happen to be on probation. I have no idea who you are. I have nothing against you. I'm just telling you, it's a bad idea to be on the interstate flashing your lights at people.
I've seen this car by blind.
Are they together?
I think so. The skinny one with glasses drives that
Somebody
car.
may.
He does have red and blue.
Yeah.
Check
I've
the
never
other
seen
channels.
this one with lights on, but I've seen him at the crew car wash, and I could have swear I saw
Oh, it's pretty-
steady burns
it's-
that are red and blue.
It's like, it's clear what they're doing. Like, you're wearing you got a thin blue line plate cover, you're wearing a thin blue line hat, like.
Come on, man. We all know, whether you want to admit it or not, what you're trying to do. There's a place
what am I
for that.
trying to do?
Apparently, based on what you're saying, you're trying to get me to slow down, okay? It's not your job, unfortunately, today.
Well, you're
Maybe
the
it will be
police.
in the
You shouldn't
future.
be driving like that anyway.
It's not your call. You don't know what
No,
I'm doing.
it's not my call. But you, as
So
a
then
police
don't do
officer,
it.
you should be driving with due regard. And that was not.
But it's like, my thing is this, right? So he's trying to tell him, like, okay, slow down. And you know what? Like, a part of me partially agrees with him, because no, there was, I think I've told this before, that there was a kid that got killed at my school because a cop came flying down the street. No lights, no sirens, no nothing. T-boned the kid. Kid was in the hospital. People were thinking he was gonna pull through, but yeah, it was like the damages, it was just too bad. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, fam, you know, it's like, I get it. You want that cop to slow down, and if that cop, it's like, dude, I guess just talking to the cop, if you are running late for work, accept being late for work. You know, if you just want to hurry up and get to work, whatever the situation is. Like, if there ain't no real reason on why you're speeding, then it's like, yeah, fam, then slow down. But at the same time, to this guy, the fake cop, it's like, you are in no place of the, except that the cop then told him, you are not in a position to tell me how to do my job, because you don't know what's going on. There could be a shooting that's happening. There could be something that's going on at the police station. There could be numerous things, millions of things that could possibly be happening. You don't know that, because you are some traffic person out in the middle of the street. Dang, I done messed up. Hold on for 1 second. I don't know why this thing be doing that. Yeah, I gotta like change out the settings for my web camera, so like, no, because I think I changed it to where my hand, like, I could hold my hand up for long periods of time and it ain't gonna do that auto tracking thing. But then yeah, now I gotta do it with the point and stuff too. But yeah, you know, this guy though, I'm like, yeah, he's just mad arrogant. Cops trying to like help him out on this one, he ain't hearing none of that. And I'm like, yeah, I guarantee and I promise you, this ain't gonna be his last time dealing with the cops.
Due regard. And I'm sure he can vouch for me. That was not due regard.
If I saw this car coming up behind me and I couldn't see the plate, I couldn't see the lights, I would 100% think it was a cop, like an out-of-county cop.
Weaving in and out. Oh, no. Hold on. You had your piece.
I will
I'm
not
gonna
be
have my
lectured.
piece. Okay.
Here
All
is
right.
not your place.
Yeah, because you should know better.
You don't know what I
You're
was
the police.
doing.
I'm not even the police, dude.
So what was I
And
doing?
then you asked me 20 times.
Explain to me what I was doing.
Weaving in and out of traffic,
No.
no signal, and speeding.
What was I
with
doing?
no due regard.
What was I looking for?
I'm like, all right, so give
I
me a
don't
ticket.
care what you were
I'm like,
looking
oh,
for.
I forgot. You're not a real cop.
How? So that is
You're
not your
driving
place.
with no due regard.
That is not accurate. How do you
Exactly.
know? Was I
So maybe you
following a
should have
murder
somebody-
suspect?
So maybe
Was I following a murder suspect?
that's your business.
Was I following a murder suspect?
Obviously not. You were
Was I
following
following?
me
How do you know?
because you followed me here.
How do you
You
know?
follow that murder suspect. You'd be following him right now. You wouldn't be talking to me,
You make
right?
my point for me, okay? Your actions, okay? Look it up. In the state of Indiana, when you take action and cause someone to take another action, okay? When you take action like on the interstate, flipping your lights on like this, you cause a chain reaction. You don't know what I was doing, okay? You didn't know I was a police officer. You just thought I was somebody driving on the interstate, coming off the interstate onto Shadeland, right? What I'm saying is it's not your place to enforce those traffic laws. I understand your heart, your intention might have been in the right place. I don't know. I have no idea what your deal is with Hancock County. What I'm saying is that's a bad idea. As it turns out, you're trying to lecture me on something that you don't know what our job is or what I was doing, okay? I understand you didn't know I was a police officer.
You guys
There
do
are a
your
lot
thing.
of police
I'm just
cars.
asking you to drive with due regard. All right, that's all I want. All right.
It's not your place.
It's not your plate. You're a citizen. I'm sorry. You can drive down the street and want it all
So,
day.
I'm
It's not your job.
I'm not asking you to give me a lecture. I'm here just explaining to you. Actually, I was out here working. I understand now. You think, whatever, I'm wasting my time here.
Okay, but you get where I'm coming from, right? I just see some
You understand?
jackass
I don't like
driving down the road going 50.
It doesn't
not your
matter.
job.
It's
You
not your
understand?
job.
I'm not here to give you a ticket, okay?
I understand that.
I suppose I could. I haven't been to traffic court in a long time. I know where it's at. I know how to give a ticket. I know they're expensive now, and I'm not trying to tax you like that, okay? You have to understand.
So
you're
he's
trying
really,
to,
he's
in
letting
this
him like,
conversation,
wow.
justify what you're saying you're not doing. Anyway, I'm gonna snap a couple pictures of your vehicle. I've already got your information. You're free to go. Do you have any questions for me?
I'll just need a copy of your business card.
I don't have a business card with me. I've already told you my name.
You have your run-
I'm making
you
a
have
report.
run number, but you have a copy of the report.
I do not provide copies of the report. I give you a report number. Can you just pull a number and then write it down for me?
That guy is crazy,
You
man.
just run it 3012 as an organizational plate.
No, it took me a while to get it, but it's.
I guarantee and I promise you, in the other cops, yeah, there's the sergeant where it's like he's trying to cut this guy a break, and who knows, maybe the next time if the sergeant does come across him, he's probably not going to be as forgiving. But I feel like any of those cops, they're all like, man, please, bro, I want to see this guy get. I guarantee and I promise you, one of those cops, they're waiting for that day when they see that man get, because they're not going to be as forgiving as Sarge. No, they're going to be like, I'm giving this man tickets, he's going to jail, I'm towing his car, I'm going to revoke his license. No, I'm giving this guy everything that he deserves.
It is like an LF plate.
Like a
is the
supporter
code.
plate?
No, it's a law enforcement plate.
Just humor me and run it 3012 on an OR.
Yeah, it has to be.
What the?
It's 3012.
Did he say how he has
LF.
what was it, like Warren, like Michigan City or whatever it was?
Yeah, so Warren County, Williamsport is way out west, damn near to
Did he
Illinois.
say how he has that plate?
I don't know, but this comes back on a brown 2000. That thing is not 2000.
John claimed he purchased the vehicle several months prior, along with the equipment inside. Officers observed a radar gun, a radio box, light siren box, and a mounted computer in plain view, all of which appeared clean and functional.
It's your stop.
Yeah, like whatever.
If it's over 30 days, I'm gonna tow.
I'm fine just making a report and going on with my day because I don't want to.
Yeah, them guys is probably all like, nah, the way he was talking crazy to you, I'm like, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like a part of me wants the guy to get like just something has to happen.
I like spending my
Something with the date that you bought the car to show me that it's not older than 30 days.
Oh, I got a temp tag.
perfect.
Do you see what this says? Please display this portion in the rear vehicle window. Does it say anywhere on there to put a plate off of another car and just drive around with it? It doesn't.
My bad. That's all he has to say about it.
My bad.
My
My bad.
You gotta have paperwork.
While retrieving the vehicle registration, since the plates were linked to a different vehicle, officers noticed a Glock magazine, 2 pairs of handcuffs in the passenger door, and what appeared to be tactical vest and body armor in the back seat.
Oh, wow.
It's a handcuff
Recording.
cord.
Oh, okay.
You do security. Do you understand that doing security means you cannot put someone in handcuffs? That's what the real police do, is put
Okay.
people in handcuffs.
Yeah, I understand that.
There's no firearm in here, but there's a magazine and bullets.
Yeah, well, I got obviously clean this out because I just transferred.
It's like either he's, I don't know, either he done got exhausted from being arrogant, or maybe it's settling in with him that it's like, yeah, you could get into some real trouble the way that you're carrying on.
My other car, but there's no gun. I have a Glock. It's 19.
Where is it at?
Because I can't carry it, right? Because I'm on probation.
You know your business better than us.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
like,
I haven't looked at. I don't know.
pretty sure I have
What
to
the
tell
conditions-
you, I can't have a firearm. I don't have a firearm.
I'm just
So,
telling you. I don't
it's at
know the
house,
conditions of your
and it's
probation.
secured.
There's probably people who have conditions of probation that say like, if I'm working, I can. Maybe across the board. I mean, it's only a C misdemeanor that you're on probation for. So
Yeah,
I don't know that I've
I'm
ever encountered somebody on probation for a C misdemeanor. So, and I don't do probation. So I'm just gonna say you probably know your business and your risk better than. I'm sure it's there, but I'm gonna go down that route. Have a nice day.
As the sergeant and officers left the area, John was seen taking pictures of their vehicles. Given the odd and suspicious nature of the situation, the sergeant decided to dig further. After the incident,
crazy.
the sergeant reached out to other law enforcement agencies to see if they were aware of similar interactions with John. He received a photograph from June 2022 showing John directing traffic for churchgoers leaving a service. The photo had been taken by someone who was concerned that the vehicle John was using resembled a fake Indiana State Police vehicle. The investigation deepened as the sergeant reviewed footage from August 2022, recorded during the funeral procession of an Elwood police officer killed in the line of duty. Amid the procession of police vehicles with flashing emergency lights, one vehicle stood out, a car operated by John, equipped with red and white emergency lights bearing a license plate that read
That's crazy.
Indiana Traffic Operations. However, the sergeant would soon learn that John made his day-to-day activities well known to the world. Police discovered numerous photos on his public Facebook profile showing him dressed in attire similar to law enforcement uniforms. His bio listed him as the owner of Indiana Traffic Operations
damn, you're
LLC
not a
since
cop.
September 2022, though he later removed this information. Among the posts on his page was a photo of John changing a flat tire, but what drew attention was his utility belt, which clearly displayed a firearm. Police subsequently reviewed John's.
I was looking for that. I didn't see it on his waist and things. And yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm on probation and stuff." So, but
TikTok page, Indy Traffic Cops, which contained hundreds of videos showcasing police vehicles, including his own fleet. In one video, John proudly displayed the interior of a Dodge Charger equipped with emergency lights, and a silver IMPD police badge was visible. While these badges were never publicly available, they could be acquired by retiring officers. Following the incident where he pulled over the sergeant, John appeared to change his TikTok username. Additionally, police found his company's Facebook page, where several posts featured law enforcement-related hashtags. The investigating sergeant believed these posts conveyed a misleading impression that Indiana Traffic Operations was connected to official law enforcement agencies or activities. The company's website was also reviewed, revealing several professionally taken photos of John. The sergeant particularly noted the images where John was standing at a public roadway, directing or possibly obstructing traffic, despite there being no apparent reason for his presence there. In addition, police found John's Instagram page, where his bio stated he was the owner of a page called Law Enforcement's. The account featured over 2,000 posts displaying law enforcement-related vehicles. The sergeant conducted a record search too, and confirmed John had never been a police officer with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department or any other agency. However, he had participated in the IMPD's Explorer program as a high school student in 2016. A detailed
and you know the thing is this. Usually that's how people they do get influenced. Because I remember there would be cops that would show up to the school and overall convince kids. Because it was one of my friends. May he rest in peace. His friend that's no longer here with us. But yeah, he wanted to be a cop. And I think he would have made a good cop and stuff. But anyways, yeah, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, yeah, go through it in a legitimate way where it's like you don't have to have them conversations with actual police officers. So yeah, this guy, it's just he wasn't thinking at all. And then it's like I feel that he did this stuff so many different times that he thinks he knows what he's doing, but it's like, bro, you don't. My thing is this: if you knew what you were doing, you wouldn't be in some video being called a fake cop. I'm like, no, you would have been one of those guys that's doing these body cam videos. Like, you actually have a body cam, you going around arresting people, sitting into a real jail. Like, no, you would have been a real cop. But it's like, bro, you're not.
Confirmed by old YouTube videos on his channel, along with other law enforcement related content. With that, his interactions with real police officers stretch back to 2021, when John was stopped for operating a silver Dodge Charger, outfitted with equipment mimicking that of unmarked police vehicles. Items like handcuffs and an Ohio State Highway Patrol sticker were discovered. John was cited and warned about driving a vehicle designed to impersonate law enforcement. By April 2023, John was stopped again, this time for moving violations. A different Dodge Charger, now with state police-style decals,
They need to confiscate
carried a
all that
firearm
stuff.
on the
Yeah, it's like all that. Like, I think that's what they need to start doing to people when they going around pretending to be a cop. Confiscate all that stuff. So it's all like, yeah, it's like my thing is this. And then if you try to build all this stuff, because like that would be my thing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna confiscate all this. If we catch you again with anything resembling a police car, a police uniform, fam, I'm like, you better hope that it's Halloween. Because if it's like in the middle of April, you're going to jail. I'm like, we're going to confiscate the stuff again, and this time you're going to jail for impersonating the cops. So,
passenger seat and tools associated with emergency responders. When officers asked John at the time about the color of the lights on the Charger, he replied, "Get a warrant." In May 2023, a sergeant reviewed footage from another agency showing John arriving at an accident scene before first responders. He blocked a lane of traffic and walked freely among injured parties, police officers, and firefighters.
That's crazy.
At one point in the footage, both a police sergeant and a firefighter appeared confused about John's identity and his presence at the scene.
Yeah, because they're like,
the investigation
they don't
also
know
revealed
you.
John had owned 22 vehicle titles, most of which were police models. Only 4 were active at the time of the inquiry. Based on several of these factors, the investigating sergeant who was initially pulled over by John concluded that John had falsely portrayed himself as a law enforcement officer. On October 17, 2023, the state of Indiana filed a probable cause affidavit. After a review, probable cause was established and a warrant for John's arrest was issued. The following day, records show that John had been taken into custody.
That hairline crazy. That's why he's wearing that hat.
Ultimately,
he looked like he's 20-something years old with that hat on. Then he take that hat off. I'm like, dang, bruh. I'm like, you went from like you got some elderly stuff going on with you. I'm like, fam, instead of worrying about being a fake cop, I'm like, maybe get that stuff. What is it, Hims or something? What's the stuff where it's like it helps with hair growth? I'm like, yeah, bro.
John was charged with impersonation of a public servant,
Dang,
a level 6 felony offense. He had also received a Class C infraction for operating a motor vehicle with a false plate, and he was released a few days later on a $250 cash bond. But the story didn't end there. Just over a year later, John dug himself into deeper shit. He was arrested once again, this time for felony impersonation of a public servant and unlawfully carrying a handgun in his white Ford F-150, a newer addition to his fleet that he had proudly showcased on his TikTok page shortly before the arrest. I think this ship has sailed, but why didn't he just apply to be a police officer? Visit CodeBlueCam.com.
It seems like it'd be so much easier.
Family, friends,
probably got
enemies
denied that
with
by
top-notch
that
merch that is sure to impress.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, because it's like, I imagine that you gotta go through extensive amounts of training, and he didn't want to do all that, so he figured, oh, well, it's a lot easier to go on Amazon and go and get, like, police, because I'm pretty sure, let's just see on Amazon real quick, like, what pops up when you search up police gear. So they have, grade, odor, eliminate, body, armor, tactical, what is this? Oh, it's like maybe the spray or something. I don't know. So they have like that handcuff key to like tighten up the handcuffs. They have like a notebook thing, make it look like ticket handcuffs. What else? Tactical gloves, a knife, a backpack. What else do they have? They got some pants. What else do they have? A flashlight. Yeah, you could go and get, look, it had like one thing, it looked like a whole tactical, like a walkie-talkie, a vest. They have the flag, like, what else do this, like, alright, so just, yeah, it's just repeating and things. What is this? They even have like a light system that you could get. Like, you could get these things off of Amazon. That's the crazy thing about it. And then I imagine, like, so that was, because it was a friend of mine's where he was like really into airsofting and stuff. So there's a store out here in Washington that me and him used to go to where it has like airsoft weapons. Now I guess like if you don't want to get an actual pistol, then yeah, that'd probably be your next option. But it's like them weapons, like fam, I remember when we went in there, I thought it was an actual gun store because I was like, that's how realistic the guns look. So yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, at times this stuff is easy to get. And so yeah, it's just with this guy though, it's like, yeah, he should have just went through the process of trying to become a cop, but probably then got denied one too many times, or yeah, he just don't know how to handle rejection. That was probably something that he did worry about. Well, I don't know what I would do if I've probably fallen into some deep depression. If you get rejected, it's like, okay, whatever they rejected you on, work on that, go back and because that's what I would do. My thing is this: I'll keep applying until they do eventually like, okay, we're annoyed of this guy. Let's just go ahead and make him a cop, all right? And then yeah, I'll do my best to be a cop, but. Yeah, I just think that guy, it's like, yeah, he got issues. He definitely got issues. But, yeah, it's like overall, like, pulled over a cop. And it's like, now look where that done led you. A whole investigation then started up because you wanted to you wanted to pull over a cop over him speeding. And it's like, fam, he's a cop. I'm like, yeah, he shouldn't be speeding. But it's like, the thing is this. I don't know if I can say he's allowed to, but overall, like, he has more of a right to speed than you do. So that's why I'm like, yeah, that guy, I'm like, yeah, bro, you got some issues. But anyways, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Code Blue Cam for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.